Selamat datang kembali di channel Radio Tempur. UFC 300 tinggal menghitung hari. Dan Radio Tempur sudah membuat 4 video pembahasan menuju event akbar ini. Dimulai dari 12 juara yang bertanding di malam itu, kemudian analisa dan prediksi Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan, kemudian analisa dan prediksi perebutan sabuk juara BMF antara Justin Gaethje melawan Max Holloway, dan terakhir, analisa dan prediksi untuk main event kita, perebutan sabuk juara UFC Light Heavyweight antara Alex Pereira melawan Jamal Hill. Nah, karena sudah dengar analisa dan prediksi dari Pak RT, sekarang ayo kita dengerin prediksi dari para fighter menuju laga akbar ini. Kita mulai dari partai UFC Lightweight antara Charles Oliveira melawan Arman Tsarukyan.
This is tricky because I know he likes to fight and look for the takedown, but Charles Oliveira is going to come in aggressive, like he likes to come forward and put the pressure. Would that just make Arman's, sort of a, not panic shoot, but automatic reaction, just quick shoot? Will Charles be ready for that and try and fire something? I always lean towards wrestlers over full grapplers, but I feel like he can be a bit of a risk taker. And man, I am going to go because he's the underdog. Charles Oliveira is the underdog, and I like an underdog pick. I think you could say a finish for Charles Oliveira on this one.
I love Charles Oliveira. I think he is one of the best fighters to ever do it in the lightweight division. We have fought in the same card together. He can fight on the feet, he can fight on the ground. The biggest thing I love about Charles is that he is not scared to exchange, which is also his biggest strength and downfall. And when Dustin dropped him, and when Justin Gaethje dropped him, 2 of them didn't follow him to the guard. Now, when those 2 didn't follow him to the guard, what ended up happening? Charles got back to his feet and got another opportunity to begin a shootout, and he won that shootout, and he followed them to the ground and submitted them. But when Islam dropped him, Islam followed him to the ground past his guard and ended up submitting him. Will Arman following him to the ground? If he does, it could be a long night for Charles. Now, who do I have in this fight? I'm gonna go with my boy Charles Oliveira. I love his fighting style. Only thing I think Charles Oliveira, his weakness is that he makes wrong decisions.
But I think Arman Tsarukyan has the ability to do what Islam Makhachev did. Okay, now granted, Charles, as I said, walks forward, he's reckless, he's got power, and he's not scared of anybody. But I do think that he does make mistakes sometimes because he is so reckless. Islam took him down, beat him at his own game, choked him out. I think Charles Oliveira is one of my very favourite fighters. I love watching this fight, and it breaks my heart to say I think he's going to lose this one.
Who is a better striker, Arman or Charles?
Charles Oliveira.
Better grappler?
Charles Oliveira.
Better cardio?
Charles Oliveira.
Better cardio?
Charles Oliveira.
I don't know. Better cardio? I don't know, but again, I've never...
More hot?
Charles Oliveira.
Official
Charles Oliveira.
Lanjut ke perebutan sabuk juara BMF antara Justin Gaethje melawan Max Holloway.
Back in the day, like he used to just purely, like he was always very, very high level, really good at setting up traps, but willing to be in front of you and eat some while he's doing so. Now, he's got a lot more angles, he uses so many more tools. I just think Max Holloway is an underdog here, and I think a lot of people are counting him out, and I don't know why. I think it's just purely because he's moving up against a powerful dude like Justin Gaethje, which is fair enough. I don't think his chin gets cracked. I'm gonna say for my pick will be Max Holloway. That's a tricky one. That is a very tricky one, but I'm gonna get Max Holloway.
A lot of people don't realize when Justin Gaethje was in PFL, he was a world champion, and what he did to beat a lot of his opponents was he had a very, very nasty leg kick. He even used that leg kick against Khabib and made Khabib start wobbling, and then Khabib forced a takedown, got in a grappling exchange, Khabib ended up choking him out. Max Holloway going to be dynamic, throw kicks, throw knees, get into clinch, wrestle, make it a nasty MMA fight. That's where the X factor is going to go, is who's going to execute the game plan and what are their game plans. Granted, it's going to be boxing. It's very hard to make a pick, but I'm going to go ahead and go with my boy, Max Holloway.
These men are the same size, 5'11". They have pretty much the exact same reach, and they both operate on the feet. They're strikers. Justin Gaethje just hits harder. Max Holloway's faster, and I can see a path to victory, dancing around a lot, using the jab, 1-2, sticking and moving, all the rest of it. But I do believe that Justin Gaethje is going to piece up those legs. He's going to punish him with leg kicks. He's going to slow down the movement, and when he slows down the movement, he's going to be able to back him up against the fence, and I think it's going to be a tough night for Max Holloway. I have so much respect for Max Holloway, but I don't think he beats Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje just hits harder. Max is too hittable. I think like maybe a TKO or something like that if he cuts him, like he says, or we get the decision. But I think Gaethje just hits too hard.
Max has, I think, better defense than Gaethje. If Max decides to implement that straight away from the beginning, I think Max can get Gaethje to swing, draw his attacks out, and then try and start to counter him or build off that.
Official pick.
I'm gonna go Max. I want Max to win. I like
Gaethje.
I'm gonna go Max.
Dan terakhir, laga main event kita, perebutan sabuk juara UFC Light Heavyweight antara Alex Pereira melawan Jamal Hill.
Hill coming from a big injury. I don't know, did this come quicker than he expected? See, I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't have inside information. So I'm going to assume that is the case. You had a big injury. I don't know how much time you had to prepare for this. Was it rushed? So I'm going to lean towards Pereira.
It's a very hard one. My gut's not telling me either way, because I see one who's so hell-bent on knocking him out. And we know what Alex wants to do. Alex wants to exchange with him and knock him out as well. So you have two gentlemen who are trying to knock each other out. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go with Jamal Hill. He seems he has conviction and try to prove us all wrong, right?
It's going to go down on the feet. Alex Pereira is a better striker. I said this yesterday, okay? But Jamal Hill isn't intimidated. He hits hard. I think he hits harder. I think he can take a better shot than most of Alex's other opponents. And for that reason, I think Jamal Hill, within 5 rounds, is going to drop Alex Pereira, put him to sleep, get the knockout, and reclaim the light heavyweight championship of the world.
Jamal has got knockout power, scary knockout power as well. Alex can get knocked out. And something Jamal said, which I felt, I don't know if it was overlooked or not, but he said, look, who is someone Alex Pereira has just outclassed in a fight? Not just knocked out, but like outclassed in the fight until he knocks them out. And this is the reason why when I was fighting him the 4th time, people were like, oh, you're going to be 4-0 against him. I'm like, nah, I can beat this guy. First time I thought I beat him. 2nd time, I was beating him until he caught me. 3rd time, I was beating his ass. Then he got me. And I'm like, I know how to beat this guy. And Jamal made that point saying he's beatable. And we all know this. I've proven it. But yeah, I'm going to go Jamal by KO.
Well, first 2.5 rounds or second half?
I think it's going to be in the first 2.5.
Itu tadi prediksi UFC 300 dari para fighter. Gimana? Pilihan awal brother jadi berubah nggak? Jangan lupa kirim prediksi kalian ke molafightclub.com. Karena untuk UFC 300 ini, Mola punya PlayStation 5 dan game UFC 5 untuk prediktor dengan nilai tertinggi. Mola juga punya kaos official Venom yang diundi untuk prediktor yang bisa menebak benar hasil main event. Sekali lagi, jangan lupa saksikan event akbar UFC 300 ini live dan gratis hanya di Mola hari Minggu tanggal 14 April 2024 pukul 7 waktu Indonesia Barat. Demikian video kali ini. Sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya. Terima kasih.